Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello friends, welcome to Merit Hub. This is the sixth lecture of the thermal engineering. जो कोई भी पहला लेक्चर नहीं देखे प्लेलिस्ट में जाके देख सकते हो। हम लोग अभी 1000 MCQs का सीरीज चला रहा है जिसमें थर्मल इंजीनियरिंग मैकेनिकल का सब सब्जेक्ट का ही हो रहा है। ओके, सो जो नहीं देखा प्लेलिस्ट में जाके देख सकते हो। डिफरेंट सब्जेक्ट के लिए डिफरेंट प्लेलिस्ट है। ओके, फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखो, ऑब्जेक्ट्स हैड a different initial temperatures when kept in the contact gradually come to dash temperature. A 0, B common, C lower, D higher. कॉमन टेम्परेचर पे आता है बी कॉमन। Next question friends, when two bodies are in the thermal equilibrium with the third body, then they are also in the thermal equilibrium with each other. This statement is called as first law of thermodynamics, B Kelvin Planck's law, C zeroth law of thermodynamics, D second law of thermodynamics, C zeroth law of thermodynamics. Friends, next question, the phenomenon of the heat transfer in the thermodynamic system is related to A first law of thermodynamics, B zeroth law of thermodynamics, C Kirchhoff's law, D second law of thermodynamics, D second law of thermodynamics. Friends, next question, the throttling device, enthalpy of the fluid before and the after throttling are not equal. B, enthalpy of the fluid before and after throttling are equal. C, work is converted into heat. D, heat is converted into work. C is the answer. Enthalpy of the fluid before and after throttling are equal. Friends, next question, which of the following temperature measuring instruments is a function of the electromotive force in the circuit? A, thermocouples, B, liquid in the glass thermometers, C, optical pyrometers, D, resistant temperature detectors. EMF यूज होता है thermocouples में. Friends, next question, work done in a free expansion process is A, maximum, B, positive, C, negative, D 0. In adiabatic process T1 by T2 is equal to कौन सा होगा देखो, तो T1 जो T2 है वॉल्यूम के साथ इन्फिनिटी उल्टा रिलेशन में, और V2 by V1 गामा माइनस 1 और नहीं है, सो P1 by P2 गामा माइनस 1 by गामा is the answer. Friends, next question, a region is called as and the isolated system when is one in which the mass within the system is not necessarily constant. There is transfer of energy and the mass takes place. C. There is constant mass and the only energy is allowed to cross the boundaries. D. Neither transfer energy nor mass to or from the surroundings. Isolated such energy and the mass not transferred. Neither mass nor transfer. D is the answer. Next question. For a constant volume process, work done is 0 equal to heat transfer, positive, negative, 0. Next question, a closed thermodynamic system manifests when there is absolutely no interaction of the system with the surroundings across its boundaries. B, matter is not allowed to cross the boundaries, but energy transfer does occur across the boundaries. B, matter is not allowed to cross the boundaries, but energy transfer does occur across the boundaries. C, there is transfer of the both mass and the energy across the system boundaries. D, there is only transfer of the mass but not heat and the work energy transfer. B is the answer. Matter is not allowed to cross the boundaries, but the energy transfer does occur across the boundaries. Next question, the ratio of the specific heat at constant pressure to the specific heat at constant volume for the triatomic gas. Triatomic gas के लिए होता है 1.33. B is the answer. Diatomic में 1.4 और monoatomic में 1.67. Next question, any state of and the ideal gas is a relationship between the dash variables, pressure and the entropy, pressure, volume and the temperature, C, density and the volume, D, pressure and the volume. B. Pressure, volume and the temperature. Next question, the specific heat of an ideal gas depends A. Molecular weight and the structure, B. Temperature, C. Pressure, D. Volume. A. Molecular weight and the structure. जल लाइक मोनोएटॉमिक के लिए होता है 1.67, डायएटॉमिक के लिए होता है 1.4 एंड ट्राइएटॉमिक व पॉलीएटॉमिक के लिए होता है 1.33। फ्रेंड्स एक्सपेंशन कार्व है पीएनवी डायग्राम का बोलो। वन जो है या कौन सा प्रोसेस है, वन जो है देख रहा है कांस्टेंट प्रेशर लाइन पे है, कांस्टेंट प्रेशर प्रोसेस। टू जो है थोड़ा ऊपर है यानी आइसोथर्मल प्रेशर धर सकते हैं हम लोग, पीवी इक्वल टू कांस्टेंट। एंड दिस इज द नेक्स्ट में आ जाएगा हम लोग का एडियाबेटिक प्रोसेस में धर सकते हो आप लोग, अब पॉलीट्रोपिक प्रोसेस। देन दिस इज द कांस्टेंट वॉल्यूम आइसोकोरिक प्रोसेस। Friends, next question: which of the following statements are correct when related to the thermodynamic system? Internal energy is a property. Internal energy is a path independent. Internal energy is a both dependent. Internal energy is the area under the PV curve. Internal energy is a property. So right है, one is right. Independent of the path function. B. One and two is the right. Sorry. Next question, friends. In the thermodynamics, which of the following statements are true? वर्क इज पाथ इंडिपेंडेंट फंक्शन नहीं, वर्क इज पाथ डिपेंडेंट फंक्शन, टू में तो राइट है। वर्क इज एरिया अंडर द पीवी डायग्राम, यस। वर्क एंड हीट एनर्जी आर completely interchangeable, no, 2 and 3 is the answer. We are doing the D. Next question, friends. In thermodynamics, a process in which the system undergoes a succession of equilibrium state is a quasi-static process, reversible process, irreversible process, path independent process. Quasi-static and reversible process is the answer. Friends, next question: which one of the following is not a property of the system? A. Pressure, B. Temperature, C. Work transfer, D. Entropy. इसमें से कौन सा properties नहीं है? A work transfer is not a property. Next question, friends: which of the following process isn't the example of the reversible process? A. Combustion, B. Heat transfer, C. Electrolysis, or D. Plastic deformation. C is the answer, electrolysis. Next question, friends. In a throttling process with negligible change in the potential and the kinetic energies, the enthalpy does not remain constant. The enthalpy remains constant, entropy remains constant, pressure remains constant. B is the answer, the enthalpy remains constant. Next question: in a cyclic process, the change in internal energy is infinity zero equal to area of the cycle. Cannot be determined. B 0. Next question, friends. Pyrometer is a device which is related to density measurements, pressure measurements, temperature measurements, volume measurements. C. Temperature measurements. Next question: the temperature gives a measure of the degree of hotness or the coldness. Yes, this is the answer. Next question: thermodynamic scale of the temperature is based on expansion of the gases, change in pressure of the gases, Carnot engine, change in vapor pressure. B is the change in pressure of the gases. ऐसे ही डेली क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करने के लिए मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग का जो जो गवर्नमेंट एग्जाम का प्रिपरेशन ले रहे हो तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब एंड बेल आइकन को ऑन करके रखना नोटिफिकेशन पाने के लिए। थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग दिस वीडियो।